Outstanding price action coming out of the asset today, running to 590, which in essence can be considered the beginnings of a major breakout. I have reconfigured the formation support bounds, and I may have just discovered our breakout validation at play. Could we be ready for the next major price target? Welcome back on this happy Monday. This is ARCa, and let's dive deep into ticker symbol FNGR. Let's kill 'em, team. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for coming back. We have to take a look at a couple things right now, team, as the FNGR has made a pretty nice leg up, currently sitting at 567 in the post-market hours. Take a look at this right here. I have reconfigured the supports. Yes, I have, and I have to share with you that it may be the case that we actually did get a two-touch support of the bottom side, which may indicate a true breakout here at play. I do have to admit, though, that this is a bit close to the apex of the triangle itself, and I will admit too that this is in essence inspired by Avid Trader himself, right? So I did look at his video yesterday, and it shared some interesting facts, and I do have to admit that it does have a lot of confluence, it has a lot of rhyming, and I do have to agree with everything that he is saying too. So with that respect, I do believe that we could be playing a major breakout right now. Okay, first of all, notice the volume profile. We have decreasing volume, and now you're getting that small bit of volume increase upside of the trend line, right? This is indicative of a breakout from the triangle itself, right? Declining volume, declining price action, or converging price action, better said, is indicative of a triangle formation, and now getting the small bump of volume is also indicative of a breakout at play. All right, so it's awesome. I definitely am acknowledging this, right? So price action ended up at that 590 top today. Very impressive upside, literally showing that there is a lot of buy-side liquidity or buy-side interest, right? So let's move on to the next chart, as I do have the other perspective from the triangle lined up as well. And in this perspective, you can also see that we are practicing the breakout too. And in this case, in this formation of the triangle, there is actually something that's more along the lines of how I trade. And that is the fact that we are acquiring the breakout at around 60% to the apex of the triangle. I usually like, this is the apex, right? I usually like to see the breakouts happen within about 65 or 70%, maybe right around here. But I mean, it's still relative, right? So it is breaking out at a nice place. The only difference here is that I don't like that we didn't test the second test of the bottom side of the triangle, the symmetrical triangle, right? So in the other case, yeah, we definitely got that. We definitely got like 1, 2, 3, 4 tests before continuing on. Several tests to the upside. The only thing I feel weird about is that the breakout happened so close to the apex of the triangle, which is not typical for me, right? So let's go ahead and now look at the next chart and see what we have, right? So please notice here that this is the daily time frame, reaching our resistance level of 589, between 589 and 580. So we were already anticipating this type of move to the upside. Okay, so let's keep on moving, as there are several things to talk about here that could just validate the fact that we are in a breakout right now. Okay, so notice here that this is the bi-weekly time frame FNGR chart, and this is the descending broadening wedge that we've spoke about for now a few weeks. And what you can see here is that this is the breakout, right? We came back, retested the support, retest of the support, and now this is the continuation candle. So what I'm saying here is that we got the new bi-weekly close, and we're getting even closer here with the silver cross. So that's another good indication that there may be an upside continuation here, team. So if we are looking at this in levels of resistance, then on a bi-weekly manner, right? So then we have to give some pretty high importance to a range here. Okay, so that would be the top side of this candle here, which is about $6.24, and then the top side of this candle here, which is at about $7.22. Okay, so that is, I mean, there is a high probability that we can reach this here within the next day or two even. We just have to make sure that we can catch ourselves with our risk management at play, and also know that this is a good training simulation for us to be able to follow up with our trading panel, right? We're going to make sure that we can connect our paper trade here. Make sure to connect your paper trading, connect, and we are now simulator trading this, and you can also find the link in the description below if you are interested in acquiring a membership with the TradingView platform, right? It would help my trading future out greatly if you did. All right, team. So let's move on to the next chart here and see what we have. Okay, so actually, I was speaking to Cryptic Trader again, right? And he's the moderator and analyst in the ARCa Bulls server, right? And he actually pointed out to me something very, very important regarding the daily time frame for FNGR, and that is actually the conversion of the SMA 10 into support. Okay, so this green line here represents the simple moving average 10 period. And you can see here that we broke outside of this today and came back and tested right at that support of the SMA 10. Usually when we get the SMA 10 validation, upside moves tend to happen. Just like this here, we come up, we test it around there, right? Then we continue onwards and upwards, right? Until we fail it and then, you know, make our little dance to the downside again. So it's all good, team. I just want to say that there is a possibility now that we can be looking at some pretty nice upside moves. If you are curious over the buy daily golden cross, take a look at this. I mean, we're getting dangerously close to it. I feel like this may happen in the next few days. The consolidation that we faced over the last few days was kind of hindering the speed in which this golden cross can happen. So the golden cross is actually the SMA 50 or the 50-day simple moving average that crosses upside of the SMA 200. Okay, so that creates a golden cross, and it's usually looked at as a pretty bullish signal. The daily golden cross already happened, and that is actually indicative of a macro reversal or a bull market starting within, at least within this asset, right? So next chart, let's see what we have. Yes, check this out. These are this is the Gaussian band, right? So I want to zoom in here as much as I can so that I can show you something. Okay, so we know that the price action right now is at 567, right? Post market. It's let's see, right here. Let's just go ahead and draw that there. That's where the price action is currently, right? So I want you to notice here where the Gaussian band resistance is located, right? So we can actually you know, block the candles here. Let's just hide them and see the resistance of the Gaussian bands are landing right at about 545. Man, the market close. Let's bring this back. The market close today was 550. And the post-market close was 567, way upside of the resistance level. This is an absolutely good sign too. This is absolutely a good sign because we are now converting this macro bi-monthly resistance into a support. We've already done it once. We've already done it twice. We failed it a couple times, but the great thing is that we are reacquiring it, right? So this is incredible for FNGR. Let's go ahead and move on to the last part of the analysis, which is the RSI, and this is the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame indicating a potential upside continuation here, crossing upside of the SMA 14 in the bullish control zone and also in the gravitational zone right over here. Right, so if you are in the live streams in the morning, I explained exactly what all of these metrics mean. So everything is looking pretty good. And just to put it in short here in the 30-minute time frame, right? So please notice right over here the bi-hourly time frame bouncing perfectly right off of that SMA 14 and making that bounce to the upside. And now it's getting the gravitational push into the bull strength percentile. Now take a look at this same situation here with the 4-hour. We're now diving into bull strength percentile, and now this is actually pretty indicative of an upside continuation, which can be looked at as, let's see, we're in the gravitational zone right here. This can continue to the upside, but now as we jump into the bi-daily time frame, you can actually see that the bi-daily does have a resistance here. So this may be the reason why price action will lead to the top side targets that we were speaking of just a little bit earlier, right? To let me bring them up for you. Right over, let's see, what was it? Right over here. We're looking at about 624 to 722 on the bi-weekly time frame, right? So now we can actually look at a few other time frames too. We're looking at around 646 to 717, relatively similar to the bi-weekly time frame. And let's see this target right over here to see if what we have. I feel like this is a little too bullish to look at for now, right? So 831 to 842 is absolutely a target of mine, but not for the immediate short-term time frame. I feel like this is something that we can get after a major correction, right? So another thing to kind of keep an eye on is the fact that we have the one spot 618 pretty much at $7 right over here, 696, and we also have the 2 fib at 745, pretty confluent with the targets that we were speaking about around 722 tops, right? So I'm not saying that we can absolutely just rip to that upside. I'm just saying that that's what the charts are kind of indicative of, and we might as well kind of take its hint and kind of ride the statistics, ride the geometry, ride the math, whatever it is, the momentum, right? So yeah, team, I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. I'm pretty sure I have everything there. If any questions, you know where to reach me. Please do not take anything of which I show and iterate within these videos as any form of financial advice, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Okay, team, I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.